So I'd now like to invite you to really check out this machine. We're going to get in and see all the features of this machine. So right off the bat, one of the things that's just huge about this literally is the recovery tank. This is a 25-gallon recovery tank, which is bigger than any similar machine on the market. The lid opens up. It's got a huge opening, so it's easy to clean out, easy to empty. The lid is actually detachable from the machine, so it can be separated off, which again helps under situations where you need to transport or if you need to dump out the machine. Probably the most innovative feature about this, in my opinion, is what we were able to accomplish with the airflow of the flow through the system and through the vacuum motor. If you're at all familiar with these machines, you're used to a vacuum where you're picking up the air very low into the machine, which is just almost at the water level. That is dangerous, and that is something that we wanted to address because we do not want to be able to ingest or pull in any kind of water or foam or any kind of liquid, because we know that when that gets in the motor, that's the number one case of failure of these types of machines. So what we did is we are pulling the air all the way from the very top inside the head rather than at the bottom. So the air is not flowing from the bottom into the motor. It's flowing all the way from the top. And so what that means is that we are picking up the air all the way at the very top of the head, which is a solid foot, at least, of distance away from the water level. That really minimizes any risk of water ingestion. Some other cool things about this are the drain. So there's actually two ways that we can drain the machine. It's got a large tip and pour, and this is a large 4-inch opening. And so this is useful if you need to drain into an elevated drain like a toilet or a mop sink that has a high lip on it. You can roll it up to that and then tip the machine back to pour. And then it also has the traditional drain hose here. Now this drain hose is unrestricted and a larger size than what's typically used on these machines. That results in much faster draining. And if we look inside the machine, we can see that it's really designed for good and efficient draining. You can see that the drain outlet is a large opening, and it's all the way in the very bottom point of the machine, and everything slopes to it. And so you really have a good, flushing effect where all the sediment that settles to the bottom, it all gets flushed out and expelled through the drain. Another really clever thing is the tip and pour drain is transparent, and so it serves as like a window. So you can see when the water level is getting full, you can see that water level on the outside of that tip and pour cover, and so you know that you're ready to drain and empty the machine. Another pretty innovative feature is on the air inlet. And so what we're really trying to do here is we're trying to minimize any kind of splatter or foaming that's going to happen with the liquid. And so when we bring it through into the recovery tank, it flares out into this larger size nozzle that slows down the speed, and it's directed right to the sidewall. So it gently hits that sidewall and then just kind of drizzles down the side of the tank. That minimizes any splashing or sloshing that's going to create that foaming inside. Let me talk a bit about the Squeegee here. So the Squeegee is wide. It's a 28-inch Squeegee body that takes 29-inch Squeegee blades. And to raise and lower the Squeegee is just super simple. There's a kick plate on the back, and by kicking it forward, it's in the down use position. And then by stepping on that plate, it automatically just latches in the up position for transport. So again, that is about as easy as it gets. Down, up, down, up. And so that is very easy. If we look at the Squeegee blade, I'm going to go ahead and disconnect it and show you how the blades are attached. First, let me mention that it does have the breakaway slots. And so if it were to hit a wall hard, the Squeegee is designed to break away to minimize damage. But the Squeegee blades are held in by this plastic piece that serves as a clamp. And so just by loosening these 4 bolts, no tools are required. You loosen these 4 bolts, and then you kind of press it out. That loosens the clamp. The blades just slide right out. And putting them in is just as easy. Slide them in and put everything together to clamp it. The wheels on the back are adjustable. The height position is adjustable to account for different floor types, different water or solution that you might be wanting to pick up, as well as to account for any wear that might happen on the blade over the life of the blade. And the last thing I'll say is that the blade type is ridged, and it's ridged on both sides. That allows it to be functional in both the forward direction and the rearward direction. And so we're going to now do a demonstration. We're going to get some water on the floor. I'll reassemble the blades, and we'll show you how well this machine picks up the water, because it's really quite impressive. So to demonstrate how well this picks up water, we're going to dump a bucket of water on the floor, and then we're going to pick it up with the machine, and we'll show you how the machine really functions here. So the main power switch on the machine is in the back of the machine. And before I do this, I wanted to just mention, you probably noticed that the machine has headlights. That's actually really useful for me, the operator, because I know that I have power. You know, this is a 50-foot cord. The outlet could be far away. And it is so nice for me to know that I have power before I'm going to start actually doing the work. And then, of course, the light also brights the area. If you're working in a dark environment, and for bystanders who might be walking by, they know that there's a machine that's in operation, and they look super cool. So we really enjoy the headlights on this. So to actually pick up the water, I'm going to turn the motor on and drop the squeegee, and I'm going to demonstrate that you can pick up both going forward and going rearward. So as we look at this floor, I'm feeling this floor, and it is just bone dry. It is absolutely dry. There's not even a single droplet of water on the path that I made. And that's a testament of the squeegee design, the squeegee blade design, as well as the power that you have in the motor and the ability to lift that water. But it does just a great job of picking the water off the floor, and it's easy to use, easy to operate. I didn't mention yet, but holding the machine is very ergonomic. You've got some distance from the wheel position, which gives you leverage, which helps you to turn the machine and makes it very maneuverable. All in all, just a very effective machine that's just a real pleasure to use.